Welcome back, cocksuckers, punks, fools. We're back. You thought we was gone off of the CNR radio for 5 weeks. Sphincter McGee came in, gave us a 5-day notice that the radio is being shut down, despite he's probably loaded. Whatever the fuck he's doing right now, probably richer than Crazy Bob. Sphincter McGee, but yet he can't pay $4 a month for the hosting for this radio. I pay shit monthly that is 72 times dumber than hosting the ZNR radio. Do you feel me? That's how it be. There's been no DJ going live on this radio since March 20th. Maybe it should have died. You know? And also, maybe it should have died. Me and Kesh said that is dead. We said that is dead while we were still friends. Who knows, cocksucker? Who knows,
Are you
cocksucker?
threatening me?
No.
Are you threatening me now?
I'm not threatening you, but you never know. You never know how snit goes, you feel me? But again, we're back. We're back on the Punkery show on a Saturday. Your hosts are Rashawn and Kesh. Obviously, being off of the radio for 5 weeks, you would think there'd be an abundance of snit to talk about. I'm sure there will be, but there are just two things that come to mind right now, because as I've gotten older, my multitask ability has gone into the drain. It's the first sign of aging, cocksuckers. You feel me? But obviously, the biggest news around here, obviously, is the Greens video. But we'll get to that later on, or I'll get to that later. I'm not too sure if Kesh wants to. I've got a very convoluted take on that one. Hold on, cocksuckers. I got to sniff.
Sniff who?
My nose. But anyway, first thing I want to talk about, the YouTube audience might like this snit, my journey of CS Joke. And obviously, I'm sure none of these cocksuckers playing the game right now play CS Joke. It's a game where you shoot stuff and shoot people and all of that. I came back to the game in November or December or something like that. That's how far my match history goes. You feel me? I came back. I don't even know why I came back. Oh, because I watched Pucks 420 on Twitch, and I was like, this makes me want to play CS Joke again. So, reinstalled the game. Actually, I had hid the game on one of my external SSDs so that I wouldn't want to play it. Going up the ranks. It's right, Music Box. Going up the ranks, cocksucker. But I put the game back on a different SSD and started playing it again. Obviously, after the first win, Silver 1. Silver 1, and I was a hard stuck Silver 1. Because back in the day, used to play with my boy Lil Tank, you feel me? He's the homie, you feel me? But he's not a great CS Joke player. He knows that, so I can say that. I've made a few videos for him of his CS Joke gameplay. Some of them are a couple, some years old, 1 or 2 years old. They're pretty good.
Sent one of them to my friend.
What do your friend think?
He had a good laugh.
I'm sure he did. Some of my gameplay is kind of a big laugh, but Svetlin says he was global elite in 2017. Well, back in the day, in that time, I think ranks were kind of fucked. So who knows if that was actually real. Office 25 says he was global elite as well, but he might have gotten global elite during the fucked rank time, where most of the game was Master Guardian and Plus. So, as it's kind of fraudulent. Why? But, so, again, Silver 1, hard stuck Silver 1. It took many games to get out of Silver 1, I played with a lot of cocksuckers, you feel me? Played with, first it was Code Shadow, that dude? He makes the events and all the objects and all that. Code Shadow's a great dude. He uses very, different guns, like the auto shotgun and the Bison, but I guess when the rest of the team is using real guns, I guess you can complement the gameplay by using meme guns, like a Bison or a shotgun. But him and I have the highest win rate together, which is very surprising. Actually, no, it's not. When you think of... he talks... Yes, he does
really?
talk. Yes, he does. He does.
Wow.
He does talk during the game, or else we'd have a problem. But yeah, 63% win rate.
Is there someone that you play with that doesn't talk these days? I don't think so.
No. There's no one that says nothing. Or else that'd be a problem, obviously. But I play with assortment of people. President Pope came into the game. P Pope. He came into the game in like December. He was a League of Legends player. But he came to see us joke. He went through the growing pains, but he did. When I was a new cocksucker back buying this game in 2012 or 2013, I didn't know what I was doing. When I had Counter-Strike Source, I had no idea what I was doing. So he's accelerated a lot better than I have. Svetlin says he spent 1K hours playing CS Joke. So have I. Over the course of 8 years. But yeah. So, since from November, or really December, to about late February, or actually early March, hard stuck, between Silver 1 and 2, Silver 1.
It was a meme.
Ranked up to Silver 2, de-ranked back to Silver 1, got back to Silver 2, was in Silver 2 for a long time, and one day finally got to Silver 3, did it on stream. I was very elated to get to Silver 3, cocksucker, because it was a huge grind. I'm sure over 50 games. It was more than that. Okay. Me and C Cocksuck have played. Me and Coach Shadow have played 60 games together. 60, right? Yeah, I think it's 60. So that means it must have been about 70 games, probably, in Silver 1 and Silver 2. A couple in Silver 3. It took 70 games, like I said, to get to Silver 3, and it took, again, from December to early March to get to Silver 3. So that is 2 months to get to Silver 3. Now, obviously, within that time, I know some Yurops, you feel me? Your fellow admin, Messed Up Smiley, the guy with the odd avatar. You've got guys like Lasky. He goes by other names now, but he used to play CNR. Serbian dude, he loves CS Joke. He plays it religiously. You feel me? Who's another CNR player? Parsa plays CS Joke. Blah blah. Other cocksuckers play CS Joke. At the time, P Pope. Well, besides the ones I just said. But yeah, back, there were times where we had to play casual, right? And at this time, I was Silver 2. Cyborg, he's a doozy as well. I was Silver 2. And obviously, you get all the commentary from other people when they see that you are a Silver 2. You get the can't aim. Then again, they're kind of accurate in the bathroom, but not. Wait. But you get the can't aim. You get the one time Mr. Smiley was like, Rishun, what is your resolution? I was like 1440p. He's like, oh, no way, so shit. But he's semi-memeing. But that's Cyborg. He's like, oh, you got the little tank aim, huh? The commentary that comes from being a Silver 2. You feel me? So, obviously I had set very low expectations for myself, especially... Oh, I've never bet skins. No, that's Kesh's department. She probably can get into that in a bit later. But,
what?
Gambling sites. Don't talk about that now. Svetlin talk about... Oh, not really? Oh, but, so obviously at this time, I didn't have very many expectations of myself when I was playing with these other cocksuckers, You got Messed Up Cocksucker, who came back to the game, got from Gold Level 1 to Master Guardian very easily. Master Guardian Elite right now. You got that Squeaky Dickhead, who's DMG or whatever. Parsa, at the time, had gotten to Gold Level 1, you feel me? Delta had gotten to Gold Level 1, you feel me? And at this time, I was still Silver 3, So, played a few casual games, and I was like, killing some of these dickheads. Then I play a competitive game in cash with some of these dickheads. You've got that Xenon guy who was Master Guardian 1 at the time. Smith Smiley, rather, who was close to Master Guardian 1, I think, or some mid-Nova, whatever. You've got Blackhawk was Silver 4, but he's better than that. And some other cocksucker, probably, I think it was Lasky, who was Gold Nova 2 or 3 or something like that. And of course, I was the lowly Silver 2. Now I'm like, this is not gonna go well, you know? But then, get into the game, I'm getting some rhythm, you feel me? Getting some rhythm. At the end, top of the scoreboard, above a Master Guardian, I'm like, I never really played Cash all that much, and yet I'm top fragging over a bunch of dicks who may have made fun of me for being Silver 2. And I'm like, what's going on here? Why do I sweat in games that I play? Well, I don't sweat really when I play the game, but figuratively, why do I sweat when I play with my American buddies, right? But yet, with these guys in higher ranks, low Gold Nova. There's a low Gold Nova team with a Gold Nova 3 guy who got vac banned 2 weeks later. Why was I doing well? A few weeks before, right, I was playing as a Silver 2. There was also, I think Coach was playing. Lil Tank was in the game, and also another person who was who was at the time Gold Nova 3 on her Smurf. Y'all don't know who she is. She just goes by Innocent. And I was playing that game. It was a cash game. Tank obviously again had issues with his PC. Also, shout out to Lil Tank. Drop one of the cooldowns for that guy. He somehow got a Ryzen 9 5950X. I don't fucking know how. Walmart. I'd buy the shit off of him if he'd let me, to be honest with you.
Who?
Lil Tank got a Ryzen 9 5950X.
How?
I have no fucking clue. Walmart listings.
What does he play even?
I don't know.
Does he play anything?
Call of
Warzone?
Duty Warzone, yes. And Call of Duty something. Tank, if you listen to this, I will buy that shit off of you, cocksucker. I ain't joking. I will buy it at full retail price. I should have said that. Okay. I'll buy that shit off you. Anyway, that's not the point. So, I had 30 kills, right? Innocent, who was going over 3, had, I think, a few less. It was a 4v5, so we weren't winning the game. But I'm like, why am I, as a Silver 2, getting 30 kills in this game? This is funny. So, I have a friend. He was drunk as fuck last night. By the way, listen, not Blister, no, listen guys, alright? If you get drunk and you go on the internet, alright, I would suggest that you act like a fool to individual people, not to a group. Because whenever you get drunk and you talk with a group, you really get fucked in the ass. Not, like, I don't want to say that, but you really make yourself look like a fucking idiot. Anyway, that's not the point. So, oh yeah, I have a friend, his name is Backfire, alright? So, he's got friends, alright? He's got friends who reside in the continent of Yurop. You feel me? He plays with those friends in Yurop. Now, at this point, I'm like, well, Silver 2 is Silver 2, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing all around the world. If you're a Silver 2 here, you're a Silver 2 here. It's just like, I don't know what I'm saying. But,
Universal?
Yeah, Silver 2 is universal. That's what I'm thinking, right?
Wow.
Exactly.
Well, it used to be,
but that's what
before NA was dead.
Yes, that's what I'm getting to. That is what I'm getting to. So, after a while, Backfire gave me this idea. He was like, if you want actual matchmaking, you've got to play in Yurop, honestly. So, after I ranked up to Silver 3 soon after, I was like, I can see the correlation, because, in America's Silver 1, Silver 2, I was kicking ass a lot of the time, but it just makes no sense because at the time I'm pretty sure my KDA was, or my, excuse me, my KD was like 1.3. So I was like, it doesn't make any sense that I have this KD and I'm still in silver 3.
What are you doing?
I tapped the keyboard. So it didn't make any sense. So I'm like, I've got NordVPN. I was like, I've used this just to torrent because, Pirate, same thing. Because I wanted to download seasons of certain shows, and Xfinity would email me at the Xfinity email saying, whatever the thing is called, there's a word for it, DMCA, whatever it is. So I didn't want to lose my internet, because obviously Xfinity is like the only real internet around this place. So I didn't want to lose that. So I thought, well, it would be pretty good to buy this VPN, didn't use it for, I only use it for a few things. But then I was like, I've got a VPN. Why not I just queue for Yurop? You feel me? Silver 3, Silver 3, I queue to Yurop. And it's a new world. It is unlike what I've ever seen before. Silver 3 in Europe is not Silver 3 in North America. It is not. Now, again, part of the reason for that is because if you look at the regional activity of CS Joke over the continents, alright, there are many, many more players in Europe than there are in America. So I don't really know how to explain it, but
I can explain it for you.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
I'd like to
basically
hear that.
the player pool is small in NA, right? So when you're queuing up, it will take a long time, and first you will try to find players of your rank, but then when it's struggling to find your rank, it will opt to find something close to, and then when it can't find close to, it will go even further. So if you're playing in NA, you probably have like at some time you have like maybe 50 players in the pool who are searching for the game. I'm making up numbers, but whatever. So it's struggling to find the fit. So it's a lot more like mix mash or whatever you want to call it. Like in NA, there's just not like a lot of people playing, and you get not very balanced matches. But in Europe, like the player pool is much bigger, and it's completely different. It just happened because NA is essentially dead when it comes to terms of CS.
Dead,
like everyone has moved to Valorant in NA. Especially like you can even look at like the CS Pro scene, like all NA players, and even more like last week 2 more players have left. Like Cloud9 has, for example, they had team and they don't have a team anymore. Evil Geniuses have released Tarek, who was their good player. 2 players also who played with Steel before Xappa and someone else. I don't remember the name now, but like they both quit for Valorant. So literally like everyone from NA is quitting to move to Valorant. So I don't know, I don't think NA has like, in terms of esports, they don't really have a scene anymore, and in terms of like, people follow like pros kind of, and like NA people are kind of convinced that CS has no future, so they don't really want to put their time into the game. So it is what it is. So yeah, like for that reason, I would say you have easier time playing in Europe, just because the games are more balanced. Like if you play Silver 2, you actually get Silver 2 opponents. You don't get like 2 Silver 2s and 2 Nova 4s and 1 MG or something,
Hold on, I gotta do an admin work. I just need to confirm. But yes, the thing about it, just like you kind of said, in Europe, if you're Silver 3 and you're queuing, you are most likely going to get people in the game who play to their rank, especially because there's so many people of every rank in Europe. Whereas in America, You may have a silver 2 that plays like a silver 2, but you may have a silver 2 that plays like a silver elite. You may have a silver 2 that plays like a gold nova 3. You may have a silver 2 that plays like a master guardian. There's the rank is not indicative of how good usually somebody is in North America, and it's mainly because the matchmaking system, either that and or the amount of people is fucked. The amount of people, you know.
Yeah, well, because it's not really balanced, you also get like people who are not really their rank. Like, for example, you have Silver 3 that is playing like solo queuing. He gets few novas on his team, maybe one silver, and you win the match, you know? You win. He will win the match because he had some novas in team, for example. And his elo will go up, he will get like silver 4 or something, and he might not even deserve it. He may just get like 5 kills or 6 kills in that match, you know, but he'll still get like a lot of points because they won, you know, but it wasn't due to him or due to other silvers that they won. They won because of novas in their team or whatever, you know. So that's where this comes from, what you said, that you might get like a silver 3 that plays like elite or like elite that plays like silver 2, you know. It stems from the same problem. And you are actually contributing to the problem as well. Like you use VPN to play for like in Europe now, so there's one less player in an A pool.
Well, I mean, that may be, but if I continued to play North America,
you would lose your shit.
I would not move anywhere. Because, again, did you see the games that Bega posted?
Yeah.
Now, I understand.
They're either like you stomp someone or they stomp you. There's not close matches ever. It's like 16-2, 16-3, 16-0.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, I played a game with Officer 25 by accident. I queued accidentally for North America because he didn't put his ping up. I didn't tell him to. I was Gold Nova 1. I was the highest rank on the team, and I did the worst on the team. There was a Gold Nova 1 on the other team who had 46 kills. He was the most patient guy in the history I've ever seen in a matchmaking game. Very patient. It was a 1v1. He was in a main of cash for... A main of cash for like 45 seconds. He looked at every single corner to man before he finally deducted where the guy was. He killed him to win the game. 46 kills. He was Gold Nova 1. There's no Gold Nova 1 ever!
Smurf or hacker.
He had a few hundred wins, so he wasn't a Smurf, but no Gold Nova 1 ever! Ever! To do that, Snitz, in Europe.
I mean, if he checks every corner no to man, then he's not Gold Nova. He's not Nova.
Well, he's not Gold Nova caliber. He's not Gold Nova caliber. But listen,
like Novas don't check corners.
It is very difficult to get into Gold Nova through North American matchmaking. It is very difficult. I spent 3 months playing the game. Couldn't get half as high. Half. And do you know me, cocksucker? Listen to me, alright? Here's the timeline. Cocksuckers, alright? So, I started playing in Yurop about March 10th. Let's say March 10th, alright? March 10th. Like I said before, I played 3 months North America. Got from Silver 1 to Silver 3. And I got D-ranked a few times. March 10th to April 8th is how long? About 28 days. A month. It took 1 month to get to Gold Nova from Silver 3. Silver 3 is, 3 to 4, 4 to Elite, Elite to Master, and then Master to 1. I don't even know what I just said. But it's 3 or 4 ranks ups to get there in 1 month. Previous 3 months.
Is also yeah, but you also dropped Little Tank along the way. So.
Yeah, well that's That is one thing, yes. But I did pick up P-Pope, so that is something. He's gonna listen to this. He's gonna be like, Rashawn, fuck you!
Yeah, you picked up messed up smiley too. Oh, who actually, like, so when you queue for Yurop, right? P-Pope is playing and he doesn't use VPN, does he? So you don't... Oh, okay. I get it. So you're like, you make the lobby and then...
That's the idea, yes. Pings are set up and we get to the desired land. You feel me?
I remember there was this app, I think I told you about already, no? It was like a CSGO server picker. You could actually pick like... I don't know if that still exists, but you could literally like run that program and you could choose like where you don't want to play. So obviously Russia and Turkey.
That should be universal, really.
Yeah, I was like a lot of those things that start like as a funny or interesting project. Sometimes like they get implemented in the games, but this didn't, which is a shame because it was a good concept in my opinion. It should be, you know.
It should be.
It would probably create its own problems. Like no one would want to play with Russians and with Turkish.
Well, I love Russians. I love Russians. They're nice. Russians are.
I mean,
the silver Russians are stupid, but the gold level Russians are nice people. They're nice people. The silver Russians, they, I don't know what the fuck they be doing. They don't buy armor. They wander.
P-Pope.
Yes, just like P-Pope, who doesn't buy armor at the time. They just wander. They AFK. They do a lot of dumb shit. You know, silver in Yurop is a very, very different experience. I wish I could go back to it. I wasted my time playing cash all the time. Yeah, it was very interesting. But, you know, mainly I wanted to do it to stick a knife into the cocksuckers, you feel me, that actually thought I was... Yes, they doubted me. They thought I was silver 2 caliber. All right, now... The thing about it is that I've done everything that I've wanted to do, okay? Because I had a real fire in my eyes when I was climbing the Yurop matchmaking.
So now you're gonna retire at Nova?
Maybe. See, I think Gold Nova 3 was the moment. Because first of all, Parse's Gold Nova 2, he's not bad. Parse's not bad, actually. But... You know, he memed, you feel me? But now I'm a higher rank than he is. I'm not too sure if I'm better than him, but still a higher rank than he is. Cyberg was memeing as well, you feel me? Now I'm the same rank as him. That Dust 2 game where we got our ass kicked, but that Dust 2 game where we lost, he tried to change the resolution 3 different times. He was getting tilted, very mad. I guess his fiance didn't jerk him off last night, the previous night. He got very mad. And I was like, we lost the game, but he sucked dick. And I felt very good about it. Even though we lost the game.
Wow.
You know? I felt great. Because Cyber is a cocksucker. He talks out his snit. So the fact that I'm his rank now feels very good. It feels very good. You know, during the early times of the VPN, he was like, oh, if you queue for Germany, you'll get fucked. I'm like, what is that? What are you even saying? But... It felt very good. I've done everything that I've wanted to, you know? Especially since...
Now the drive is gone.
The drive is gone, because I've only had one good game. Oh, sorry, well, let me see. Hold on. I gotta look at the match history here, because I love looking at the match history. I've only had I'd say two good games since I got to Gold Nova 3, although the rest are kind of meme, because a lot of them were 5Q with... the Mest crew. Metal Hammer came back and he sucked a tremendous amount of dicks, and we played a Mirage game where there was a cheater. So, can't really... Some of those games you can't even really, you know, matter too much. And last night, me and Vega played, and President Pope fell on the fucking ground. We got a nuke game. I was not the mental state to play the game. And our team were a bunch of dumb Spaniards who baited the entire game. And it was a big mistake, yes. But after all of that, win or lose, I just wanted to play the game because.
Is this just like,
I mean,
is this excuse now because you hit your ceiling, Rashawn?
oh, well, listen, I don't know if I've hit my ceiling, you feel me? But I know that I'm getting close to my ceiling, you know?
Now it's not like easy sailing and enjoyable game. Now it's like sweaty and nerding and have to struggle to.
Yes, it's a bit more struggle nerdy, you feel me? You know? I played 2 Vertigo games just now. Won them both. One of them I had 10 assists. But I got carried in that one. Second one was a near choke, but I had 27 kills in 29 rounds. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad, even though I was third with the HLTV rating, because the second
But
guy-
now we have to. Now we have to be careful. What if Vega overtakes you?
Listen, Bega's better than I am, alright? Bega has a higher ceiling than I do. Alright? You know. Like,
I'm not playing with those people.
yes, they're inviting me right now, actually. Parson Aries just invited me right now.
Casual, I think.
Oh. Oh,
Why
yes.
are you
they
not
were probably-
playing? You don't
Who?
like anyone?
Who?
No.
Because
Everything.
that crew.
You don't like Purple TV Cure? Well, to be
The Q. He doesn't like the Q. It's a bit memey because
Delta buys revolvers all the time.
exactly. See, you know, there was a time a few
I'll
months
actually
ago.
go through the list. Like it's actually kind of insane how many people are in Purple TV that play CS, and still like it's hard to get a good team together. So first we have Aries. She's
Learning.
It's not even the people. It's just they all suck at CS:GO.
so yeah, Aries is like she can hold the gun, but that's probably the max she can do. Crystal, not really playable. Delta, Mimi, but he's around like Nova 1 Silver Elite Master, whatever. Like he's like miming too much. Magenta, she's trying, but she's playing on max, so she's got like 15 FPS probably. Messed up Smiley, he's good. He's got a good ceiling. I think he can get far actually. Nia, meme, like impossible to play with. Parsa, he's good. He doesn't play a lot though. I don't think he plays enough to, I don't know, to have a like super high ceiling, but he can do pretty well. P-Pope played probably 300 matches of CS:GO so far and still hasn't learned that he has to buy armor. How is that possible? I don't know.
P-Pop is just bad. I hate to say it, but he can't use assault rifles.
He makes bad decisions in the game. Let's put it that way. He goes for knife when he shouldn't and stuff like that. I don't know. Bad decisions.
Stop using the taser.
Yeah. And then we have Valeris, who's like Silver 1 and he plays on Mac and he has 15 FPS. So we have like nine people here, 2 teams worth people. And I don't
Blister
know.
or Blister?
Blister is actually like, see, the thing about Blister is like Blister has started playing CS recently again, yes,
Yes.
and I actually think he's got really high ceiling. Like I actually think he could be really good, but I don't understand why. Sometimes he makes like, okay, I'll just say this. So I watched him play on Nuke and on Mirage, I think. And he was super good with M4. Like, he's very good at, like, not one-tapping and not spraying, but something in between, like, four bullets bursts or whatever. He's really good with it, and with M4 it works, like, really well. So, he plays, like, really, really good game with M4s. Like, 2 matches he played really well. And then we went on Dust, or no, I didn't play, you went on Dust. And he was kind of struggling a bit. And then I look at him, and he has like 6k or 7k money, and he's buying Nova all the time. And he's struggling with Nova. And I'm like, Bro, you just had like two really good games with M4. Like, why don't you stick? Like, how you don't learn yourself? Like, oh, why am I sucking now? What is different? You know, you need to ask yourself like, why am I sucking now and I was good before? Like, what has changed? You know, and like, you can't retake with Nova on this. Like, go short or like cat or whatever you American call it. Like, try to retake a site with Nova. Like, it's very hard to do
No,
that.
they can't be. You have to use assault rifles at this point. You have to use
Yes.
the right gun. You can't use shotguns.
Yeah, but he was like good with M4. That's the thing as
Yeah,
well.
I know.
Like, he
That's what I'm saying.
didn't.
He has to use it. He has to use an M4. He can't be having 6,000 and be using a Nova.
And it's not like he didn't have money either and stuff, you know? So it was like, what the heck?
Yeah, listen, I would understand if these guys suck dick, but
I'm getting PMs by that. That fucking dipshit. I ain't no meme. I use revolver, good gun. Mother bitch, I good player, bro. Oh,
are you
Delta
talking
is the
about?
memer. You said he uses revolver all the time earlier.
I did.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
Wait, what?
does.
How did
He was like, I remember you were playing Barrage. I was watching. He had AK. AK is like the best one tap weapon in the game. There's no better gun to one tap at than AK in the game. And he had AK, and there was like pixel shot. He was like required to make. It was like he was like behind firebox or something, or like default box on A side of Mirage, and he was trying to hit like a shot towards ramp, and the guy was like just his head was like pixel visible, and Delta chooses to use revolver over AK for that sort of range and that sort of shots. Like, it's crazy to me, you know. It's like beyond
Well,
crazy, but
well, the thing about it is that he got the clutch with the revolver, which
He
validates it in his head. It
yeah,
validates,
but it
using
validates
revolver.
stupid play, which will
Oh,
like
yes,
work
yeah.
1 out of 100, like 1 out of 50 times it'll work, you know. But like, cause it worked now, he's like, yeah, that's a smart play to make.
Oh, is he listening? Cause
Yes, he's
what?
always listening.
Yo, what up, Delta Gogzaga? What up? What up? But yeah, I'm looking at these cocksuckers and I'm like, we got the revolver play, we got the all the meme gun play. And I'm like, Especially when I was silver, I was like, I'm better than these cocksuckers. What the fuck's going on here? What's going on here? So, it's that kind of thing. Listen, I understand if you suck dick, but still try to use an assault rifle. You feel me? But I think a lot of those problems would be fixed if meme guns were not being used. You know.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm very satisfied right now. You feel me? Like, if I don't rank up again, if I D-rank, I'm fine, because I've done everything that I've wanted to do. I've gotten to Cyberg's rank. All right. I'm not, again, like I said, I'm not too sure I'm better than Parsa, but I've gotten above his rank. I feel good about that. All the people that talk to their shit. I've
Prove
I've
them
fulfilled.
wrong.
I've proven them wrong. I've fulfilled everything. So the fire is kind of gone. I still want to play the game, but I'm not that infatuated with getting any more ranks. You feel me? I just
The problem is also that others aren't like ranking up. Like, maybe like if the other people like that I just named, they would like rank up to Gold Nova 4 or to like MG1, you know? The people that kind of started and played along with you, like they would be MG1 and you would be like Nova 3. Then you would have a drive again, or, as well, like to, you'd be like, I'm playing with them all the time. Why are they better rank when I'm doing better, But since like you kind of like, you kind of like left some of them behind who you play the most with, it's like, nothing
Yeah.
more to do there.
yeah, nothing more to do. I know I'm not better than Mus, so I'm not trying to get up to his level. You feel me? But I knew that I was better or as good as most of the other cocksuckers that were talking their shit. You feel me? So
But there
yeah.
are like 3 people that are better than you, and 2 of them are in here. But that's about it. Like, you're not.
Oh shit, right.
I'm trying to, I'm giving you perspective. Like, Parsa is not better than you. Parsa, like, any kind of European is not better than you.
Yeah.
Colgate, yeah.
I guess
Ash,
he's-
Colgate,
yeah.
okay.
Yes, he's
But-
supreme caliber. Yes, but yeah, you know.
Did I even play a game with Vega? No, I don't think. Have
I
I?
don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. But yeah, you know.
Colgate, lol, me and Messed Up Smiley, we watched him once, like, Messed Up was like, we had nothing to do, and Mess has him, like, on friend list, and we spectated him on, just watched his game.
Spectator
It
who?
used to be
And-
really bad back
He was like, I have this feeling Colgate is super toxic to, like, all Turkish people and shit.
I mean, he's.
And he wasn't doing, like, he was okay, but he wasn't, like, doing great and stuff like that, and we were kind of, like, memeing about it. And then this dude, I think they even had, like, half buy only or something. Like, right before the end of the game, I thought they were kind of fucked. They didn't have money, nothing. This dude, Colgate, he pulls out the ace, like, with half buy or some shit. Like, I was like, what the hell is happening? Because it's not, like, even bad ranks, It's kind of hard to, like, it's not that easy to pull, like, a good ace with just pistol against those ranks, I don't know what he is, Supreme or something. But yeah, like, we were watching and there's delay obviously, and we were kind of memeing, and then Colgate was like, just watch, I get ace next round, right? Or something like that. I was like, there's no fucking way he gets ace next round. Like, they are screwed, like, they don't have money or whatever. But he did, like, we watched till the end, and I don't know, he was like sweating or what.
Yeah, listen, Colgate, that's how he is. He is muted by the CS Joke game. Globally muted. I think Delta loves Colgate, actually. They played a game together.
He's
and,
globally muted. Yeah, makes sense. He
Yeah,
would
he's
be.
globally muted by the CS Joke Valve.
Am I globally muted?
No,
Yeah,
not yet. at
makes
least.
sense. I'm nice.
Not yet. But yeah, I think my conclusion is that, if you're a North American and you're playing this game, don't listen to all the Yurops that say, "Ooh, all the best pro players are in Europe. Ooh, there's no NA scene. Oh, all NA people, because there are no pro teams in North America. That means you suck dick."
If you're a North American and you're not Littleton and you're going over 1 or higher, you're already better than most of the players.
Yes, it's true.
I feel sad for Liu Tang though. Like, he has no one to play with now,
I
or
give
what?
him credit because I guess he did join Face It, but he hasn't actually.
He did
He's
play.
trying
He
to
did
face
play a
it?
game.
He
Tank did
hasn't
play a
won
game. Yes.
though.
I think he streamed a Face It game. It was very autistic. There were, I think, 2 Central South Americans on the team, and there were 2 American dudes. And at first, the American dudes were arguing at each other, and then they both were in agreement about something. One of the American dudes was like, "Guys, go back to matchmaking. It takes a little bit more to play on Face It. You gotta know what you're doing before you play on Face It." And then after a bad play, the American guy was just talking and talking. One of the Hispanic dudes was like, "Shut up, motherfucker! Shut up!" It was a very toxic game. So, yeah. Why am I getting alerted? Why is every cocksucker alerting me CS space question mark? Soon, dumbasses. Soon. You feel me? If Delta's still listening to this shit. Soon. But, yeah. That's basically what it is. But, yeah, again, if you are a North American, you feel me? And you are stuck and you don't know why you're stuck, it's because you're playing North American matchmaking. It is why.
But
is why.
I'm surprised, like Rashawn. I don't know, like if it's earlier when you were like in Super or something, you streamed more. Now you don't. What happened?
I don't know. Maybe now that I've done everything I wanted to do, maybe I'll stream again. I have no idea. Listen, I've made what I wanted to do. You know, I've gotten to gold over 3. I'm the same rank or above of all the cocksuckers that talked a lot of shit. So I'm good. You know what I mean? I'll probably stream again. You know me? But yeah, it's yeah, that's how it is. But I think we can say, because I'm getting close to my ceiling right now, I would say that silver. If you're a silver 3 in North America, you can get to gold over 3 or higher in Europe. You can. You can. Okay. The only problem is that I can't play North America anymore because I will be literally the worst player in the game if I play American gold over 3s. So yeah, GG. That's how it be. That's how it be. But yes, yes. CS Joke's a great game. That's all I gotta say. You know, all that
especially
time.
when you get pinged like 50 times to play casual.
Exactly, just like right now, I'm getting pinged 10 times to play casual. Imagine that. Imagine that. But yeah. Make sure you guys don't sweat the game, you know. Backfire said before he plays the game, he warms his hands before he plays the game. I don't know if that does
By
anything.
doing what?
Under warm water. Under warm water. Does that. But Backfire would never play North America ever again, intentionally. He would say that. He has friends. He has Miss 80. She's a nice woman, you feel me? But she was Gold Nova 2. She got to Gold Nova 2 before I did. A lot playing with Cassie and Backfire, and I was like, there's no way this one is better than I am. Okay.
Typical.
Okay, not because she's a woman, but there's no way that she's better than I am. Okay. Miss got to Gold Nova 1 before I did. I'm like, there's no way she's better than I am. Okay. So I'm like, I gotta get in on this European real estate. You feel me? So that's how it is, cocksucker. It's too bad that Coach Shadow couldn't get in on it because he hasn't played the game since like mid or late March. He's still Silver 3, and I know that he can get better. I'm sorry, well, he's already good, but I know that he can get a better rank, rather. But he has been editing a lot, so he hasn't played at all. But it's too bad because now we can't dual queue, as far as I know. Because let's see, he's Silver 3, so 4 Elite, Elite Master 1. Yeah, so we can't queue together because we're too far apart. Unless it's the 5 queue, and he's not gonna do that. I don't think so. Rip in peace. That's too bad. But yeah, it's the moral of the story, guys. And if you're gonna play in a 5 queue, don't expect too much.
Don't do it in double TV. If you're gonna play in a 5 queue, go on the Steam Hub and find players that want to play.
Let's find 4 other Russians that want to play. That's what it would be. That's how it would be. That's the CS Joke journey. You feel me? Gone from. That's how I got from Silver 3 to Gold Nova 3 using European matchmaking, and that is how it be.
Now you're gonna.
Sponsored by NordVPN.
Yes, sponsored by NordVPN. Yes, NordVPN. Use that shit.
Now you have to start playing Tarkov.
Who?
Tarkov? Escape from Tarkov.
Do I look like Must to you? Do I look like Messed Up Smiley to you?
It's actually a hard game, apparently. Like, when you die, you lose everything.
I hope you wouldn't.
No, yeah, no, I'm not that type of, I don't want to lose everything every time I die, you feel me? But that's how it be. That's the C-Show conversation, alright? Gonna take a break here. When we come back, I'm weird, I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna talk about the biggest news of CNR this week, the Greens video, you feel me? I got a lot of shit to talk about on both sides about that one. This is the Punkery Show. Welcome back, cocksuckers. back to the return. The Punkery Show with your host, Sean and Cash. We've got Big here as well. I had some CS joke talk at the beginning. Great thing to talk about on a CNR show when not having the show for a month. But, gonna get into the biggest snits of the week. Greens. What day was the 19th? Monday. It was Monday. He dropped a huge... it depends, what viewpoint you have. He dropped a huge video. What the admins don't want you to know. And all that. First of all, let me just go back in time, because I think I've had a lot of time to reflect on this. Since hindsight is 2020, Obviously back in February with the Safe for Work channel coming in, which was a meme, and it's even more of a meme now. It comes in, comes out, he gets mad, he was drunk on Discord, blah blah blah, loses rank, leaves or gets kicked, I don't know what it was. In hindsight, in my opinion, should that have happened to him? I think so. Listen to Cocksucker, alright? Alcohol and CNR do not go well together, okay? Back in 2014, back in the Cusa days, Bobby B, he was drunk as motherfucker, acted like an idiot. I demoted him in the group because he's being dumb. You can't be like, oh, he was just drunk. This is just a one-off moment, blah, blah. He was drunk, it's okay. If you're drunk, you're driving, right? The officer is not going to say, he pulls you over, he's not going to say, oh, okay, you were drunk, or you are drunk. Let you off the warning, continue driving, because you're drunk. No, you're going to get your ass fucking kicked, alright? He got his ass kicked, and that's what should have happened to him, okay? I don't know if he should have lost the rank, but whatever should have happened to him. That's dead, whatever. Then, later on, we bring him onto the show. In hindsight, was it a good idea? In my opinion, it wasn't. It didn't help anybody. It didn't help one person. Now, I'm not too sure about the people, like the regulars that listened to it. I'm not sure what reaction they had. But it wasn't good for Greens, and it wasn't good for anybody else. Because he ended up getting deactivated for what he said on the show, which I disagreed with. And we'll get to that in a bit, because I think there's a lot of hypocrisy on the other side. But yeah, there are other cocksuckers as well that linked to the video saying that he ranted for 2.5 hours on the show, which is incorrect. I split it into 2 parts. The first part was 1 hour and 40 minutes. He ran for that. But the second half of the show was not about his situation, mostly. I don't remember what happened in the second part of the show, but I know that he did not rant in the second half of the show, which means he did not rant for 2.5 hours, like there are some cocksuckers saying. He ranted for about 1 hour and a half, not 2 hours and a half. So that's wrong. That's how it be. Now, on the other side, there's just a lot of, hook, line, sinker with this, because Greens' points of everything, some of it, was that there are regulars who are afraid to speak up for stuff that is not good that is happening. I understand that. And I've known that since the last new admins were made, that there were people who did not want to say what they actually felt in fear of being reprimanded by admins. I don't agree with that. As in, I don't like when that happens. So I made a topic, or did I make a topic? I made a reply or something like that, saying that I wanted to hear what cocksuckers wanted to say. Now, obviously, the problem is that I wouldn't judge people, but others would. And, what I want is not what other people want, which is the problem. Where's I going with that? But,
you have to write down things.
I definitely do. But, yes. So, he gets deactivated from the forum, which validates what he is saying. And it validates other regulars' fears that you say something against the admins, you get deactivated. And I just don't understand why that was hook, line, sinker. I don't understand how whoever, the people that deactivated him, you fell for it. Congrats, you fell for the marketing scheme, as DSP would say. Because I don't think there was any reason to deactivate him. Now, if you're being... Because obviously when you're making an argument, there are times where you are going to look disrespectful, okay? He was not... And he may have actually, but he was not, like, using abusive words. He wasn't, saying fuck your whole family. He wasn't saying anything that was a tangent away from what he was trying to explain. But yet, we have other cocksuckers playing that say dumb shit and it's accepted. Another thing is that there's some admins that's they love their free speech. They love free speech, right? They want players to express themselves within the game how they want to. You feel me? Free speech. Which I think is the dumbest argument in history. First of all, now I don't know how free speech is in all the other countries, but as far as I know, in America, it's you can say what you want to criticize the government, and you're not going to get jailed for it. Trump was getting destroyed for 4 years by everybody. Not one person went to jail solely because they talked shit about Trump. Alright? Some of these cocksuckers are from countries who 50, 60 years ago, probably more than that, were socialist or communist. And they probably have parents, grandparents who were subjected to that snit. So, the ideology got brought down that, or maybe they had family members who were, stoned for talking shit about the government. Like if you were in 1940s Russia, if you talk shit about Stalin, you probably got stoned. You feel me? So probably the ideology of no censorship and free speech probably permeated down to now, where it's not as important. First of all, if we relate that ideology to this server, okay, where free speech means that you can say whatever you want, including, criticizing the government, right? Greens, in relation, criticized the admins, or the server, or whatever it is. If you say the admins, that is the government. He got deactivated for criticizing the quote-unquote government, which is censorship. So what does that make any damn sense? It makes no sense whatsoever. And that kind of annoyed me a bit. Now, obviously, Greens is not... because both sides are stupid, honestly. Greens is not in the right either. His point is, because he PM'd me a few days ago, he was like, I want to do anything it takes to make a change on this server. Listen to me, cocksucker, alright? And that's great. Although, I'm not too sure how you're going to do it. Banned from everywhere, because I'm not saying he shouldn't be banned from Discord, from the forum. I think he probably should, but not on the grounds of, a person that also agrees with free speech. Because if you want free speech in every way, but yet you do not like what Gween says and you want him banned, that's a complete contradiction, which makes no sense whatsoever. He probably should get his ass banned, but not while also thinking that free speech is a good thing.
On what grounds would you ban him then?
Well, listen, first of all, it seems clear, and I could be wrong, and maybe he may tell me about this later, but it seems clear he just does not want to be part of the server anymore. He's already said that. He's already said he's wanted to leave, but he still looms around. At some point, if you want to fuck out, you might have to get the push over the cliff to get the fuck out, because that's what it seems like he wants to do. Okay? But at the same time, he wants to make a change on the server. Now, here's the thing. The server is 15 years old. Alright? I'm not saying it is impossible to change things, and maybe with a new project that can be a change, it can be changed there. But let's say, listen, I'm 20 years old. Alright? At some point, there's going to be a point, and even I feel it now, where I tell my brain, I want to be this different type of person. I want to be not the type of person that I usually am. I want to be, you know, more forthright or some other type of snitz, right? But then I get into those situations, it doesn't happen. I'm conscientious of that, and I'm like, why wasn't I like this? Even though I know I should be like this, and I beat myself up for it. Listen, Greens, alright? I understand you want to make a change, whatever it may be. But just like a human of age, that, you know, you're 30, I'll be 30 in a bit. After a while, it's not going to happen. You have to, it's not going to happen, you know?
Yeah. See,
you know, hold on, let me just say one thing. Let me say one thing. So I remember when Tank got his ass banned from the Purple TV Discord, you feel me? And one of the points of them was, even though I think it was kind of incorrect, is that, you know, because he was accused of talking to every girl on Discord, whatever the fuck it is. But I think one of the people was like, at his age, you're not going to expect people to flip and not do those types of things. Now, obviously, whether it's wrong or right, that's a different issue. But the statement itself, without any context, is true. Okay? So, it's not going to happen. That's number one. What are you going to say before I go on?
I don't know how quickly or at what pace you were gonna go at the video, or if at all, but...
Soon enough, yeah.
You were?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll meet you there. Just continue.
Well, the video though, I was listening to it because I bought a pizza, right? I was driving to the pizza place, Domino's, you feel me? And I had the video, you know, I had the phone propped up. I wasn't really looking at it because obviously distracted driver. And what would have been funny if I died on the road while listening to Greens' video. That would have been a big meme. So I was listening to I was listening to his video as I was driving to Domino's, right? And you know, the first half of it I think was pretty funny. I think it was really funny. I really do. A lot of it was actually funny. I didn't take any offense to whatsoever. Obviously, I wasn't one of the people he was shitting on. But I thought it was kind of funny. And then the second half of the video was less content because he basically said a lot of things of which most of us already knew. Like the Conamela drug thing, that's been known for many years. Zentar being a dumbass has been known for a very long time. Who else did he say? I don't remember. Only those two that I remember for now. In the end... Chivo, yes, that's well known already. I mean, that's not even a real thing. Like, I mean, he's trying to make an expose. It wasn't really an expose. I think that's what most people knew already. There were some others that reacted to it and was like, "Oh, I have gotten a lot of abuse too." Well, Abdel Rahman's one of them. He posted videos, or not videos, pictures in the Safe Work channel of people on the streets he's taking pictures of. I don't know in what manner. I don't know if he put the phone under his skirt. Because I've not seen one picture from him, by the way. I don't even know what content it was. Like, people keep saying, give Abdel Rahman donkey today. And I just haven't been able to justify myself to give it to him. Even though, I don't know. It's a bit too late now, but I don't really care. Bode, you know, Bode obviously is trying to be a better player, but he still has the stigma of stupidity behind him. You feel me? So I'm not too sure. Don't really take him seriously. The only part of the video where I think was, you know, get his ass out of here was advertising the mic server, but the problem is that he had to talk about it in order to make his point, which is, he got trapped into that, And the thing about it is, listen to me. If anybody played this server and was thinking of making another server or a similar server, it is very easy to use this server as a barometer, because number one, obviously, technically, this server is one of the best on Zamp, I mean, great scripts, great script, a lot of admins make behind-the-scenes things that, keep the dumbasses out, and not a lot of people know about it, but if you knew about it, you'd be very impressed with some of the cocksuckers that make the different things that they do to help us do our admin shits more efficiently. But behaviorally, this is the worst server I've ever been on. I'm going to say it again. Behaviorally, this is the worst server I've ever been on. So if you're a cocksucker trying to make a server, it's very easy to fix that part of it. Okay? And there's a problem from the top down. If there are admins that are like, oh, I love my free speech. You can do whatever dumbassery you want to say in chat. Candy Ass, by the way, I'm not talking about this deek. Candy Ass was on the mic server. He got disabled for saying the N-word in chat. He made an appeal. Well, he said, say the N-word for 100k. He got disabled, or a disable equivalent on that server. He made an appeal on that server. He was like, isn't it a bit harsh to ban for saying a word? And it's like, the problem is that he's been conditioned to be on the server the entire time. Yeah, he's been conditioned wrong to be on this server the entire time. You can say what the fuck you want in the chat. You don't get banned for it. He goes to another server, and he thinks it's like that for the rest of Zamp, where I'm pretty sure it's not. I don't really play Zamp, but I'm sure that the non-RP servers, at least, a lot of them have basic courtesy rules. You feel me?
It's amazing, isn't it, when you're used to a server that has no rules against discrimination. You play other servers, communities, and you're surprised when they ban you for saying such words. Like,
exactly.
Chuffy doesn't know the definition. Chuffy doesn't know the difference between a profanity and a slur.
The thing about his video was that I can't say that everything that he puts in there was true. Like, when you look at the views from the admins and how, like, topics are deleted or things are hid, or, like, when you look at things Kona did, and I said this before, like, I knew it. Like, even before he was admin, I told people that I was good at selling bonus cars, and I would sell bonus car. He would DM me and stuff like that. He was, in my opinion, he was like never like sort of a player that sticks to the rulebook, And there's like many admins like that, and it shows. And when you like put one video after another, like Greens did, it's kind of deeming. Really, it is like it shows that community is like bad from top to bottom, So I can't say like in that terms that like the thing is that in CNR you it becomes norm, and you become like desensitized about it. Like it was always like that. Like, just if you look at swearing, see, like it was always like that. People were allowed to swear, and you become desensitized to it. So when you go to the other server, like you have problems, right? And is that right that happened? No, it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have come to this point, but now it has, right? And like everyone knows that admins, some of the admins are like abusing, and like if you look at Kona, when like how like the lengths he will go to protect his drugs, like some casual gamer, like some other player can do that, right? So it's not really fair. But we never did anything about it. Like it's like, in my opinion, yes, it's wrong, and it's good that he showed it, and like I don't know why admins like I don't know if they like I wouldn't say they tried to hide it. They just there's there's no punishment for them. Like Bob is not back to slap you on the back of the hand. Like maybe back in the time there was a little bit of fear that it could happen, but now there's none, you know? So it's not a surprise that it happened. So that part of the video where he lined up the like evidence and stuff, that was I don't have anything to say about that because it's true. Everyone that has played CNR knows that it happens, and it's our fault as community as well that we just never did anything about it because nothing ever happened. Like this video should be released like 6 years ago maybe, or like 7, when Bob was maybe around still. But the other part of the video where he's saying like move to mics and stuff like that, and we as community can do a difference and stuff like that, I think it's too idealistic, because at this point I feel like what's left of community, a lot of it is made of super old players like us who don't really play anymore. And I'm speaking for myself here, but I don't I know CNR is bad, but I have made some friends here over the years, and I don't feel like I want to move to the new server at the age of 29 or whatever and start anew and making new friends and stuff. I just don't like Semp that much anymore,
Okay.
and the rest part of the community, I feel like I will be like stereotypical here, but like the rest part of the community is just DMers or little kids or stuff like that don't care anyway, they never were playing by the rules or by the books, so they never really took offense if they got punished, and also they don't involve themselves in management matters, like some little PH kids or whatever, they half of them they don't even know the forums exist, or they only will use forums when they need to complain someone. They are not active part of community on Discord or something. So they won't have incentive to move to other server. So I think that's kind of far-fetched. It's not gonna happen. We all see that server is not perfect and it's wrong, and a lot of things bad happen, and injustices and abuses and stuff like that. But I just think when Green says move to other server and stuff like that, he's being a bit naive. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna happen. The game is too old. People don't care enough anymore, and those that maybe would, it would need to happen years ago, So that's my take on it. And also since I'm talking already, also I really like part of the Vega's comment on that video. He said something along the lines that that at the very start, when the server was made, first year or so, the rules that were made would define the whole history of the server, So in words, because there were never any strict rules, because there were never unified rules put in place, people this motto, he said that admins punish as they see fit. That's kind of ambiguous, and
Yeah.
and then also there never were any repercussions for people swearing and stuff like that, and it's just
Yep.
the code was good, the script was good on this server, but everything else wasn't, the management wasn't, the rules wasn't, nothing was set in place.
Crazy Bob's ideology of the server to allow people to say what they want, do what they want, because it's Grand Theft Auto. The whole bitching and moaning section, all of that, keep it in one place. That's the only community where that's the thing.
So yeah, like I do actually believe that Mike's server maybe has learned something from CNR, and they maybe have bit better management and bit better, how they have rules, and it's maybe more unified and like stuff like that. But I just think that people that started with CNR and they are old like us, I don't have like incentive to move there. I don't think I want to start anew for 2 times a week I play max. Not even that these days. And the rest are just kids who they they don't like they don't involve themselves into admins too much, like abuses and other stuff that is going on in CNR. They just play the game and that's it.
I mean, I wouldn't want to move because like, so even if the administration is better, the player base is still 12-year-olds who have something to prove to each other. They all
Yeah.
still kill each other. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any, desire to do that. But I wasn't trying to glorify them because they do have. I think they have a few admins that came from CNR who were banned many times for using crashes or FPS mods. So
like
they're kind
Night
of
Blue.
yes, maybe Night Blue as well. iDubstep guy and Lofi, I think, are a few. So they're not, and they're their bar for what they want in admins is pretty low. It's a lot easier to get it, although
Yeah,
it's
but
not
then
based on.
when you
oh,
look
but-
at CNR from
Yeah,
behavior
I
of
know.
admins, it's kind of low as
Well, yeah,
well.
no,
you know,
it's
so-
it's not based on like other people's word. It's based mostly on like your individual whatever. But it's not any better. But I don't know how the gameplay is. Trina, when she came around, like I think her number one issue, obviously with Crazy Bob's, is just toxic. That's what it was, and the server is toxic. Okay, and again, like I said, behavior is the worst server I've ever played on. And if you have people that manage the server, not everybody, but if there are that, don't care about that, then that's what's gonna, radiate throughout the rest of the player base. And that's how it's gonna be. I don't know how the gameplay is on mics. I don't know how the chat is. I don't know if it's dumb otherwise, but it's probably different. Probably a bit more, pleasurable rather than the chat here, because whenever I play CNR, the chat is usually stupid. It's stupid in many ways, and yeah, I mean, as good as the server and script are, inversely is how bad the players or the handling of player conduct is. And that's what it be. Like I said, don't tell me about free speech, cocksucker, because that is probably the dumbest argument you can give me. It really is.
I really had like mixed emotions watching that video, because when I saw all that things that he said at the start, it was like that's just like a small part of it. This literally does happen daily and stuff like that, and things that I don't agree with and have always knew that are wrong. And I still stuck around, and it did make me question, like, why did I stick around? Like back then I didn't have to. But now it's just more like a habit, and like just too old to change. I don't agree with the things, and when you see that things, like, I think even for the admins that see those things, it should be kind of like eye-opener, but it's not really, because I also think like a lot of admins know of those things, right? It's just that like we have become so accustomed to it that no one bats an eye, and I think that kind of was like a downfall of this server as well, that I feel like in past, if there maybe was a voice ever against admins, like I remember when I started playing, people were quickly shushed up, because back then I also felt like there was more of this power and mob unity among the admins. Like you have like all protected each other and stuff like that, even though it was a bit bad for the server sometimes, I feel like. Now it's more like people just speak their own opinion. But back then, like something like, I'm just making up now scenario, but like Rashawn, you saw something bad that some admin has done, you would still have protected him back then because that was just the norm, right?
More
You
likely,
would
yes.
have defended him, and I don't think that was right always, because it leads to bad stuff and it's not a good practice. But these days now people have become more like, you know, it's not like that. Like you see everything, sometimes he writes something that he doesn't agree with, or you, or whatever. But now it's too late. You know, it's just, even like even if the changes, I don't know, like I remember when Greens was in the channel, like people were like, oh, so Greens, what changes you propose, you know? All those changes, like except for changing the server entirely, which is never gonna happen, all those changes fall in the first step, like improve anti-cheat. Yeah, who can do it? Bob is not here, you know? I don't know, like punish the admins that do bad, promote new admins. Who can do it? Bob is not here, you know? Like everything starts and begins with him, and that's kind of like, it's just, I feel like Crazy Bob was like very talented coder and stuff, but when it comes to managing people and managing like organization or something, I'm not so convinced that he's good at it.
Yeah, no, he has seemingly not been. That's basically the microcosm of all the problems that have arisen over the past couple of months. You know, listen, I think both sides are pretty stupid. You know, Greens, listen, like, he says he wanted to leave, made such a big deal about him leaving. If you want to leave, leave. I mean, get the fuck out. Be real. You know, not make videos 2-3 months later about, you know, the problems. Some of them that we already know about individual admins. And then, you know, hype it up as if it's stuff that we are trying to hide. But on the other side, hook, line, sinker, cocksucker. This side, hook, line, sinker. One of the cruxes of somebody's argument is, oh, the admins do not let us speak our minds. Then he gets deactivated. It's like the dumbest thing. The dumbest thing. It's the dumbest message to send to people, because that validates what he's trying to say. And at that point, it's like, oh, then we don't want cocksuckers to say what they want to say, within reason, obviously. Because, again, you know, this free speech thing is retarded. But, you know, I wouldn't have minded him saying what he wanted to say. Again, as long as he's saying it within reason, you know. Obviously, the consensus is that he is bat snit crazy, and he might need some help and go into rehab. I agree. For whatever it is, by the way. I'm not going to say anything. I agree he needs to get in the fucking rehab, whatever the fuck it is. But, on the other side, even though he's kind of crazy, he spoke for 36 minutes. If you want to listen, listen. He's saying words. He's not slurring like Backfire was last night. You know? He was saying stuff. And if you want to listen to him, listen to him. If you don't, then don't. You know? That's really what it is. So, I think that both sides are kind of in the meme in this one. But yeah, tell me.
Also, like, from his point of view, I kind of also see it, you know? He's like, well, if you don't leave, it's really like abusive relationship, you know, like, you know something is wrong and you're not leaving, you know, how stupid can you be? I get that. But it's just like, I don't know, for me personally, I don't know, for others, it's just too late, you know. It's more like you feel like powerless and just you don't have drive anymore to begin somewhere, but so like, maybe he's got a point, you know, that I don't know, community that deserves better or needs better or always deserved better. Yeah, the things were always bad, but I'm also not as naive. I can see his point of view, you know. I watched that video and I agree. Like, I see what he wrote, what he put together. I see, like, the facts, and the facts are, like, kind of, like, you can't avoid that. But I'm also not as naive, or maybe I'm just not as I, I don't know, maybe he's just 1,000 times more courageous than all of us. Maybe we just gave up and he hasn't, you know, because he loves game more than we do or something. But it's just, in my eyes, I'm just not as naive to believe that it's gonna happen, you know. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You know, I mean, you know, part of the reason why he got listened to is because the quote-unquote 11-year veterans, which doesn't always mean something, by the way, and that regulars usually overwhelmingly like him, you know, so that's why he was listened to, you know.
Like, I have to say something which kind of bothers me, and I know it's not gonna do me any favors here or whatever, but I just have to say it because, like, I don't know why, but like Music Box gets like super insulted or like super emotional or takes it like hard when Greens is talking some shit about CNR. He's always like, yeah, Greens, like, fuck off, like, you only want attention and stuff like that, you know. And don't necessarily think Greens is doing that much for attention. Like, really, he believes he can do some shift in like people that I don't think he can, you know. He can point out things, but I don't think shift will happen. So I don't think it's that much about the attention. Like, he's naive and maybe high a bit, you know, like living in, like, in his mind, it's too idealistic, you know. Like, but like Music Box is always saying like, oh, you're doing it for attention and stuff like that. I just think like, sorry, Music Box, but like, I'm gonna say this, like, that's a bit rich coming from a dude who got admin because he didn't get any attention. Like, he didn't get any attention. No one was paying him any attention. No one noticed him, how he's doing things for the server or playing every day. So this dude literally had to open a forum topic, you know, to get some attention. So some eyes were on him and some spotlight was shined on him, and then he got admin. I just think that's fucking rich coming from him. Sorry, Music Box, but that's just funny.
Maybe. I mean,
it's just kind of funny to me. Sorry, but like, for real.
I can see the contradiction with that. You know, I was gonna bring up Assassin's post in Greens' topic. I thought I agree with Assassin on a lot of things. I forgot what he said, but I remember reading his post, and I was like, yes, Assassin. Now, Greens referred to Assassin's post in his video, but I thought most of Assassin's post, at least, was very true. I don't remember what he said, but I remember him being correct on a lot of things. You know, as far as, I think he said something about the, he did say good things, yes. I agree with what he said. Something about, you know, the hypocrisy of being toxic, but then wanting change in the other direction, which, you know, he was being a meme in the Discord, he got his ass demoted, he left, which, I mean, all that was with fucking alcohol, which, like I said, guys, if you're gonna be drunk, don't go to Discord, and don't go to, you know, gatherings. If you're gonna be drunk at your house anyway, which is kind of different, stay drunk by yourself. Don't be drunk with other people, because you're gonna make yourself look like a dumbass. So I think he deserved everything that came. I think Greens deserved everything that came to him in that moment. And I agree with Assassin on that, because Greens is being a dumbass, and yet on the other side he's wanting positivity out of it as well. But yeah, you know, but
it's hard to take side here, because also like he was kind of telling me he's gonna make video and stuff like that. I didn't really know what it's gonna be and how long. Like, I didn't know when he's gonna drop it. Nothing. I just knew that he's thinking of making video, and I told him it's a bad idea, you know, because like, if I also like part of me doesn't understand like why do you wanna make a shift in community that is not as enthusiastic or as you or is not as bothered as you? Why do you want you know why do you want to even like change their opinion? They're not of the same opinion as you anyway, they mock you, like they're not the same enthusiastic as you, so who are you doing it for, kind of like
Well,
I can't explain all, but like those people that you don't like, you're kind of trying to like make them change their opinion, it's never gonna happen.
Yep, pretty much what it is, but he has nothing to lose. Okay, like he had nothing to lose anyway. I don't blame him for making the video. I thought it was kind of funny. Like I said, I laughed literally out loud as I was driving at some stuff that he said. So I don't, obviously, again, like I said, he didn't shit on me. So, obviously, but I still think it was kind of funny. But yeah, that's basically what I think about it, or we think about it, I think there's a lot of contradictions on both sides, especially the admin side. But, yeah, I think we're all stupid. That's what it is. We are all stupid. Like, there are times where it's a bit of a tangent here. I look at the Discord, right? And there are at times. And I think I proportionately facepalm more at what admins say than what regular players say. It doesn't mean I facepalm more at admins, but with how fewer admins there are than players, I think I proportionately facepalm at what admins say more than what players do. And that's just, remember, it sometimes has nothing to do with anything. Like, I remember BMUK and the Save4 channel was like, oh, if I was a girl, I'd whore myself out and be a cum slut. And I'm like,
my boobs over there.
yeah.
He said something stupid. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what am I reading? I'm just imagining his avatar being him, and I'm like, bro, why? Why am I reading this? And, other stuff that admins say just in casual talk, and it's like, dude, would you guys say this if you were players? Like, honestly, dude, like, would you guys really?
Maybe back in 2012, yeah, not fucking.
Yeah,
I
agree.
I say a lot of dumb shit, so I can't really comment. But like most of my dumb shit, I say to get reaction, or I know people will laugh or say something, so it's like, I don't know. So
not everybody will take the same way.
I can't comment on that because I think it would be like kind of hypocritical if I would laugh at BMUK for saying dumb shit,
I'm a hypocrite too, because I wouldn't say some of the shit that some of these guys say if I wasn't an admin, but it kind of, I don't know, it's a problem,
Yeah, like, see, the thing is, like, when, I don't know if it was just me, but, like, when you start playing CNR and you're, like, a little naive noob, you think admins are, like, super mature people and well-behaved and shit like that. And, then you see stuff like that.
Oh, you see Tablespoon, yeah. You look at
then you see things in game like that, and then you see, like, people say shit like that.
Yeah, you see...
It's like... It's not like admins are held to super high standard here either, That's all.
Oh, not anymore. Especially when you look at Tablespoon, he's different. But yeah, I think when you get a bit naive if you first play this server, not only with admins, players too. If you've played other SAMP servers and you come here, other SAMP servers are a bit more normal. Non-RP, I guess. Because, I haven't really played much SAMP as far as many other servers since, a long time ago. But, the only direct comparison I can give is mini missions. And back then, I mean, there were really no admins back then that I really thought were stupid. Like, I might have had beef with a couple, but I never thought they were like dumb in the head. You know, the only problem we had at mini missions was a ton of cheaters. Party servers like this, huh? It probably was. I don't remember that. It probably was true though. I was too busy getting at 8 FPS back then. But yeah, I mean, with mini missions, like there was insulting, blah blah. Like the owner back then was a bit more snowflakish because he basically censored every single curse word. Like if you said a curse word in chats, it would be censored to "I love you," which is kind of a bit extra. I remember back in 2008, I was a moderator back then. I was 15. I was 15 or 14 or something. I would insult a lot of people in chat. I wouldn't use a lot of bad words, but I would insult people in chat for, you know, not killing somebody or whatever. I got demoted for that. And
Yeah, one of the servers I played on, like for a day, they censored the word "fuck" and they replaced it with "friend of mine." So you'd be like "friend of mine, comma name."
Yeah, it's that kind of shit, you know. When I got demoted, right, you know, I wasn't like, fuck this server. I was like, oh, maybe I actually fucked up, you know. I continued to play, and then I got a moderator back because there were admins that backed me. And he was like, okay, fuck it, we'll just give Rajan back his moderator, you know. But Assassin says, well, M-rated game. Yeah, I think cursing. I don't understand the like censoring of curse words, because you know exactly. You know, if you say ass, shit, fuck, bitch, that's fine. Like, I think there are just some people that don't know the line. Like Chuppy doesn't know the line between some words, and that just is a cultural thing, probably. You know?
Yeah, I told you already that like for us, like fuck or shit or something like that, it's nothing. You know?
Yeah, it's nothing to a lot of people.
Yeah, because like if you would listen to some Slovenian swear words like pizda, madrina or something, you know, you would think it's funny. I heard it on video, but actually, like if you're Slovenian, if you're like from this country or born here, you know it's like super severe. It's swear word, you know. So I think like whenever you're like swearing in something that's your not mother tongue, you don't really understand the severity of it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when a host in America got a lot of flack for calling Ivanka Trump a cunt. In Australia, in the UK, I guess, cunt is basically on the same level as fuck, shit, and ass. You know, like so. That's just how it be. So that's why, you know, I can semi understand why, you know, some people just don't understand where the line is, you know. But that's how it be. That's how it be sometimes, you know. But yeah,
yeah. Also, what you said, like you don't remember back in the days. I didn't want to interrupt then. That the admins were as like loose in their like how they talk and stuff. Yeah, I really think like I think like it matters more than what some admins think, you know, because I remember like when I started playing out, like I don't know, I was doing some stupid shit or whatever, and I got like PM'd or something by some admin, and he was like super formal, like dots at the end of the sentences and stuff like that, you know. And how he like presented himself and stuff like that, it makes impact on you when you're like a new player. It kind of like installs some respect in you, you know, and maybe some admiration as well. You think like, oh, I want to be like as official or like as formal with people or whatever, you know. You have some respect for them. But like nowadays, if I were a new player and I see like some admin like swearing like old sailor and like, you know, not having any manners around himself, then how can you even respect someone like that, you know? You think like Oh, I'll swear, like admins do it too. I'll DM like admins do it too or whatever, you know. It's like it's not good for anyone, I don't think.
It's
But it just happens.
setting the example, huh? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's
you know,
exactly what I wanted to say. Like you can't set example like that if you know.
if admins use slurs, right, and you know, that just destroys every code of conduct that you would want to put it. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, I understand it happened over time because just everything got more loose, at least on CNR, and especially since Bob is not here, I think like things are much less strict, you know, and much less formal. So I understand it happened; it's natural, but I'm just saying what effects it has maybe on players too.
it's how it be, you know. The servers are unique, and it's gonna be how it's gonna be, and that's how it's gonna be, you know. But yeah, fuck that. I did wanna say one thing. It's gonna be about Abdel Rahman because listen, I know it was like 4 weeks ago, right? But like no one's told me any details whatsoever. I've read what was deleted, but I don't know what happened. Like I don't even know what type of picture he posted on the Safe 4 channel.
I don't know either. I wasn't around CNR
Very
last
good.
2-3 weeks probably. Very little.
Yeah. You know, the problem with the channel is that everybody, you know, if it's not BMEK posting, oh, if I was a girl, I'd, you know, play with my titties, or you know, Chuppy posting a Rip Chadwick Boseman GIF, excuse me, a Rip Chadwick Boseman caption with a guy fucking somebody under it. It's basically a request for parish channel, which is just not what. I mean, I don't know. It's just been a big meme. I don't know what's going on with that. The entire Discord is meme, but at least now there's different channels where people can be a meme. You know, completely fine. I just don't look at the Discord very often. You know, I only look at it if I get alerted, mostly by Sheepfucker. You know, but that's really it.
Sus. Kind of sus.
You know, that's the only reason.
Yeah, Roshan, we just started this show back again because Code Shadow is paying the monies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we might be closed down soon again.
What do you mean?
I just read in stocks that Code Shadow has invested greatly in past weeks into Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin has crashed, and Code Shadow was like, oh no, I lost money. So I don't know. Maybe this is the end for us now.
Well, you know, we'll see. Cryptocurrency can go suck my ass, honestly. Through it, you know, graphics card prices have gone into the roof. You know, I'm already jelly that somehow Tank has a 5950X, which he probably is not going to fully utilize, you feel me? Somebody jelly about that, but he's not going to get a graphics card, which is funny.
You think he would utilize it?
Well, he'll do it for something. I'm still saying, if he wants to sell it, I'll buy it, because I'll legit buy it off of him. But
it's like 900 euros, man. You can buy it off him, what the fuck?
No, it
would
retails...
need to sell you would need to sell your entire rig to get that CPU.
It retails in America. MSRP is $750. I would pay that to him if he would sell it to me. But, you know, yeah, he's probably not going to do that. But cryptocurrency kissed my ass, you know, graphics cards through the roof. I mean, the COVID has already made it impossible, but all the miners have all this shit. Tank has miner friends. I mean, what the fuck, dude? Hopefully they'll get him a worn down ass 1080 Ti that's going to be on his deathbed in 2 months. You know?
I'm mining as we speak. I'm down in the cave with my pickaxe.
That's literal mining, yes. That's how it be. But yeah, you know, good luck to Code Shadow on his Bitcoin shit. He got his YouTube account temporarily banned because he tried to stream
display prices.
The prices, yes, which is, you know, funny. But he got it back, so GG for that. But I ain't touching this cryptocurrency bullshit. You feel me? I ain't invested in it. I might in XRP because it's cheap. But that's it. I don't really care. Hopefully it crashes. Like if I put $100 in XRP today, and tomorrow it crashes, I'll be happy. Because I want cryptocurrency to crash. Go fuck itself, to be honest with you. So.
Well, they did make the new graphics cards. Apparently, like, there will be a lock that you won't be able to mine on them. But as soon as they release this, that it's gonna be a lock or something, like the source code got leaked, like that, you know, it's like a software lock, right? So it's bypassable.
They will figure it out. That's just how it is.
But Nvidia said like it will lock like the mining abilities on graphics card, and then they released new line of the products which will be dedicated just to mining. So obviously like they will never, you know, they secure themselves that they will still make money like by tenfold from mining. But yeah, I don't know. I legit hope they do implement it well, so you know normal gamers can enjoy their gaming at normal prices with GPUs, and those people who want to mine, they can buy like specifically, you know, specific like graphics units for just mining. I think that would be like best of both worlds for everyone.
Yes, guys, I want a new graphics card. I have not played Cyberpunk for 5 months. I do not want to complete it with 38 FPS, and I don't want to play in low settings. So in the video, do some shit, you feel me? I want you to do some shit. AMG, please have the 5900X available. I'm not buying Intel. Their new generation is absolutely 0% better than their last generation, which I don't understand how that's even possible. But yeah, listen, I fix this shit. Fuck cryptocurrency, that's how it be. Again, shout out to Code Shadow as well. He took
Thanks
the radio.
for saving the show, bro.
Yep, he saved it. He got it from Sphincter Begee. Sphincter Begee's out in the sunset right now. But Code Shadow saved the CNR radio, obviously. If you want to upgrade a mix, upload a mix, he will actually do it.
I just have one more request for Code Shadow. Oh yeah, you said they can upload mixes, but Code Shadow, if you're listening this, when 5M?
Lel, when 5M, huh? Well, you know, you've seen the screenshots, right?
I mean, you know, it's kind of funny because everyone is like kind of shushing about it and stuff, and it's like, but this is CNR, you don't understand. There's no there's no well-kept secrets in CNR. Like, why even, like, you have admins themselves posting screenshots, like, come on. Why are we even hiding?
That was a bit of a head scratcher, you know. But I don't really care.
I heard from some people, and it was like, yeah, it might, like, I can't tell you stuff, and maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't, stuff like that. No, like, you didn't learn this from me and stuff like that. But then like 2 hours later, there's a screenshot posted, you know. So like,
yeah,
what's the big deal?
Yeah, that's just how me. I'm not anyway. I'm not too sure how much. I mean, what I'm gonna say, don't even know if I should say. I don't even know what to say about that. You know, all I can say is there are screenshots on the Discord. I put one on the CNR News. I mean, pictures say 1,000 words. I can't even say anything. You feel me? I'm sure that's whenever the time is right. The time is right. You know, that's how it'll be. But yeah, shout out to all the cocksuckers. You know, that's listen to the show. You know, Coach Channel brought it back. GG. He can maybe this time the CNR Radio can actually do something, you know, add mixes, probably add some more DJs, you feel me?
How can we add mixes though? I wouldn't want to do that.
Code Shadow can, I can give it to Code Shadow, he'll add it, you know.
What if he gave you rights so you could finally do something useful for someone?
I don't know. Sphincter Begee made it a lot more complicated than
Yeah, but
people think. So,
what I'm trying to say is that if this will fall onto one person again, you know, before that only Sphincter could do it and we were waiting for him and stuff like that. And now if it's gonna be the same with Coach Shadow, eventually it's gonna be the same, you know. I mean, like, he's a busy man, he's always coding something, he's got like his head in other things, so if he'll be the only person who can upload mixes, then sooner or later like this will dwindle. I mean,
well, you know, you never know.
no, it will go to shit.
You never know. Maybe I can ask him about that, but you never know. Until then, gonna give him his GGs. More of the story, guys, is that everybody's a loser in the green situation, and more of the story
Oh my god,
as
new
well.
screenshot just got posted.
Oh, Lord. More of the story also is that if you are a North American person listen to this show and you play CSGO and you are a hard stuck silver, get NordVPN, VPN, get a free VPN, whatever it is, any VPN that you use to probably evade in CNR anyway. Queue to any part in Europe.
Wow.
They got the player base. If you're Silver 2 in NA, that is not Silver 2. That is not the same type of Silver 2 in Europe. Like I said before, with me being Gold Nova 3, and if I went back to North America and played a game, again, I'm not trying to imply that Europeans are bad. It's a flaw with not enough players in North America, or something of the sort. But it's like currency, right? Let's say Gold Nova 3 was a currency. It means a lot in Europe, right? But if I travel to America and I use that same Gold Nova 3 as a currency, it's going to mean absolutely nothing. It means absolutely nothing, If you are Silver 2 in North America, of course, it doesn't...
You.
Yes, well, you're going to have very much luck. Silver 2 in North America, in Europe, doesn't carry a lot of weight. But once you play, you're going to carry a lot of weight. So, that's basically what it is. You can get a lot of money from being Silver 2 and going to Europe. So that's how it'll be. Sanfier's about to end. So we're going to end the show. We're on for 2 hours and 16 minutes. How about that? GG. The longest Punkery. That is Saturday, but
Too long.
Yes, too long, that's what she said. But, yeah, that's how it be.
Well, that's
what she said. But, yeah, that's gonna do it for the Punkery show. For Kesh, for Bega, this is Rashawn. Welcome back to Crown Clown. He got undisabled. Back on the server. GG to Code Channel, and we'll see you next time on the